So we're back again with now another NBA 2K20 Myteam video, and in this one you guys can see the title and the thumbnail. I'm going to be telling you guys the easiest and best way to get tokens in the game. So you might be looking at my tokens right now going, what are you talking about? You don't even have that many. Then you just have a look at my team and go, oh, I know what he's talking about now. Because yes, we've got 4 pink diamonds from the pink diamond rewards in the token market, and actually pretty soon I am going to be up to the Galaxy Opals. So we just got to wait for that. I just got to grind out a little bit more from the tips that I'm going to show you in this video. We've already got 4 from this. So yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a different video, but basically I did so much maths just before to try and get this all right. Try and make the most sense out of it in this video for you guys, so hopefully it does help. But anyway, this might be kind of self-explanatory, but the best way to get tokens in this game is to grind it out. So the 2 modes you want to grind out the most are either triple threat offline and domination, or both. Personally, I'm doing both. I'm pretty far away through both of them. Like you can see here, I've almost completed the whole of domination, and also I'm halfway through triple threat offline. I've got 507 wins here, so when I complete both of those, that's when I'm going to be onto the Galaxy Opals. But let's go into domination first. So first things first, if you guys don't really know how domination works this year, you need 33 stars in normal domination to unlock historic, then 33 stars in historic to unlock all time. But I worked out the maths for you guys, so in these games you don't get any tokens for actually beating the game, but this is for current domination, and when you complete a division you get 6 tokens, and there's 5 divisions, so 5 times 6 equals 30, so that's how many tokens you get for completing the 5 divisions. But then you move on to these final 3 games, and these are the hardest ones, especially when you get onto all time. But in normal domination it's not too difficult. You go against the Eastern, Western, and also All Stars team. So in the Eastern and Western games you get 11 tokens per game, because you get 2 for rookie, 4 for pro difficulty, and 5 for all-star difficulty, so all up that equals 11. And obviously it's the same for the Western All-Stars too. That's confusing. Like, do you guys notice that? It's confusing because the logo is the Eastern but the team is actually the Western. I don't get it. But anyway, you get 22 for these games, and then for the final game you get even more tokens. For 1 star you get 2, for 2 stars you get 4, and then for 3 stars you get 10, and all up that means for this final game you get 16 tokens. So when we do the maths, 6 times 5 equals 30, then plus 22 for these Eastern and Western games equals 52, and then plus the 16 equals 68. Yeah, I think I'm good. But then that's not all that you get from normal domination, because when you go into these games you do get a logo and also a court per game. And when we go over to my collection and then rewards, you guys can see I've completed both of them. But for the East you do end up getting 10 tokens, and that's exactly the same for the West, and then that's exactly the same for the logos, 10 tokens for the West and the East as well. So when we add everything up, all the games, all the collection rewards and everything, you end up getting a 108 tokens from normal domination, which really isn't great at all. But I mean, it's a great starting point to then go into historic, and I haven't even completed historic domination, which isn't the best for me, but you know, that's just me. Anyway, each division they complete in this is 6 plus 6 plus 12, which is 24, and then 24 times 5, because there's 5 divisions, equals 120. So that's how many you get just for completing the divisions. And then when we go over to the fantasy champs one, so when we go historic East All-Stars and historic West All-Stars, you get 16 for each of these East and Western games, so all up that equals 32 just for completing these final 2 games. And then when you get onto the final one, you get 5 tokens for 1 star, 8 tokens for 2, and 10 for 3, which all up makes it 23 tokens for this final game. So when we do the maths, 24 times 5 equals 120, then plus 32 for these final 2 games here is 152, and then plus the final game, which gives 23, equals 175. But also when you get 33 stars for this division, you get a bonus 10 tokens, so that means it's 185, which I tell you what, definitely isn't bad. 185 tokens just for historic domination. Sure, it will take a long time, and you'll also get a diamond Dale Ellis, which isn't a bad card, even though I don't have it. So yeah, 108 tokens so far for normal domination, 185 for historic. Now it's time for the big boy, all-time domination. So this is where it gets pretty big, because for 5 stars in a division you get 7 tokens, then 10 stars 8 tokens, 15 stars, which is completing a whole division, you get 15. So just for that right there, just for completing a division, you get 30 tokens. But then when you go into every single game, you also get 3 tokens per game. So let's just work this out easily first. So 30 times 5, because there's 5 divisions, equals 150, and then there's 30 regular teams in all-time domination, so 30 times 3 equals 90. So just for completing every regular team in all-time domination and getting to the final 3 games, you're gonna have 240 tokens just like that. And then it's time for the big boys, these final 3 games, which obviously are gonna be pretty hard, but once you play all these games you sort of get used to how to beat domination, so it shouldn't be too hard. But the all-time Eastern and Western games give you so many tokens. Like, look at this, 1 star equals 5 tokens, 2 stars 10 tokens, and 3 stars 12. Obviously, they all add together as well. So 5 plus 10 equals 15, then plus 12 is 27. So 27 tokens for the Eastern and the Western. Add those together equals 54. And then the final game, the big boy, is 5 tokens for 1 star, 12 tokens for 2 stars, and 24 for 3 stars. So doing the maths on this one, 5 plus 12 equals 17. Plus 24 is 41, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. So first things first, let's add every single game up. So we get 3 tokens per game. So 3 times 30 equals 90. Then we already worked out that we get 30 tokens per division. So that equals 150 when you times 30 by 5. Add that 90 from before equals 240. And then we got to add these final 2 games. So it's 27 per game for the all-time Eastern and all-time Western, which equals 54. So if we add that to the 240 we had before, equals 294. And then we have to add the final game as well, which is this one right here, which we already did the maths, is 41 tokens. So when we add all of those together, we end up getting 335 tokens. But then we also add the 15 that you get for getting 33 stars in all-time domination, and that'll give us 350 tokens. So yes, 108 tokens for normal domination, 185 for historic domination, and then 350 for all-time domination. So when we add those all together, if I've done my maths correctly, hopefully I have, for completing the whole of domination, you end up getting 643 tokens, which definitely isn't too bad at all. Like, that's pretty good for free. And especially to think that this is only one of the modes, which is one of the best to get tokens, and it's probably not even the greatest of them all. Because not to mention, also doing all-time domination and the dominations does give you very good cards. You also get a lot of cards to go towards your collector level, and I guess once you complete it all, you end up getting a Galaxy Opal Jason Richardson. So it's a good grind. And then we've also got triple threat offline. This is even a bigger grind probably, because to start out, sure, you actually do get quite a few tokens to start out, like 1 per game really isn't too bad at all. Then when you get further up, you start getting less and less tokens, but the good thing is you get them in big batches. So once we get to about 100 games, you'll start seeing the tokens come in a bit more. See 10 for 120 wins, 10 for 145, then 10 for 185, 10 for 190. That's 20 tokens in 5 games between those two. And then once you just keep on getting higher, the token rewards just keep on getting better. Like you guys can see in these final 500 games, you get 125, then 125, 125, and then 200. So between the 500 and 1000 mark, if we do the maths correctly, 200 plus 125 is 325, then plus another 125 is 450. Yeah, it is. And then plus another 125 is 575. So 575 tokens for me coming up is absolutely huge, but I did the maths for you guys already, and in triple threat offline, you are guaranteed to get 830 tokens throughout the whole thing. That's just from these rewards of getting your wins up if you get 1,000, which I know is a huge grind, but 830 tokens is a lot, like a lot. And also that's saying right there that you're not going to get anything in the vault. So that's without any tokens there. So on average, I'd say most people, if you end up getting 1,000 wins, will probably get 1,000 tokens, because you got to remember, you will get like 10 tokens sometimes, 5 tokens as well, so you just never know. So already that's 1,000 tokens from triple threat offline, 643 from domination, and those are the 2 main things right there that I recommend you do if you don't want to spend any money on the game. Then the other big thing is completing collections, which a lot of you guys probably already know, because once you complete a regular collection in 2K, like just the current NBA, you end up getting 20 tokens, which is actually pretty big. So if we do 20 times 30, because that's how many teams there are, you get 600 tokens for completing the whole current NBA for the Western and Eastern Conference. Then a little bonus that 2K don't really talk about too much is when you go over to the agenda and then go over to lifetime, because when you complete a Western Conference and Eastern Conference team, you get a bonus 20 tokens. So that means actually for completing the whole current NBA collection, you get 640 tokens. And then next up, we have the heat checks. This is where the big bucks can come through, because each one of these gives 25 tokens when you complete a set. So if we do 25 times 30, I'm gonna need a calculator. It equals 750 tokens just for completing the whole heat check collection, and this is gonna get a lot easier to do when they actually release the heat check packs into the store when the NBA season starts. So that's why I've only completed 2 teams, and the reason I've only completed 2 teams, one in the East and one in the West, is because again, just like the last one, when we go over to agenda, go over to lifetime and scroll all the way down for me, you get a bonus 25 and a bonus 25 for both the Eastern and Western. So that means if you haven't completed a heat check collection in the East or West, West. When you complete one for each conference, you're gonna get 100 tokens for the first 2 you do, that is. Did that make sense? I don't know. My brain hurts from how much maths I'm doing, bro. This is killing me. I'll give you a little screenshot of everything I wrote down for this video, and like my brain. And that's not even really mentioning like the Kevin Garnett set, which gives a bonus 25 tokens. Also the Spotlight D-Wade one, a bonus 25 again. So that's a bonus 50 right there. So let's just say you're able to complete the whole current NBA collection and the whole heat check collection. That is 1,440 tokens just within these 2 sets, which is going to cost a lot of MT. But when you think about how many tokens that is, it's kind of crazy. And to think that also when you're doing that, you'll also get your card collector level up quite a bit. So let's just put this as an example for what I'm going to do, because I will be able to complete all these collections, the heat check and current NBA. So that's 1,440 tokens for completing both of these. Then I will have completed domination as well, which is 643 tokens all up. And then I will have also completed triple threat offline, which is a bonus 1,000. And just in doing all those, I did the maths. I will have got 3,083 tokens. And that is a lot. Like, that is a crazy amount, especially when you add the 10 that we get here, the 15, which equals 25, the 35, which equals 60, the 200, which is 260, and then the 300, which is 560. That is 3,643 tokens. But yes, doing quite a bit. That's going to cost a lot of MT because the current NBA and heat check will. But to think that most of the tokens came out of triple threat offline and also domination, which is most that you can just grind out, will take a lot of time, but is free pretty much, is kind of crazy. And getting over 3,500 tokens will easily bring you up to the Galaxy Opal tier, because I did the maths, and if this is wiped, if we don't have a single card and we're starting in the Emerald Awards, you only need 1,230 tokens to reach the pink diamond. So yeah, that means for sure I'm definitely going to be able to get a Galaxy Opal soon from the market, which I'm really looking forward to. And yeah, my brain is frying right now. This is the most maths I've ever done since I left school, but you know, here we are. The things I do for you guys. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it made sense. Hopefully the numbers didn't confuse you too much. And yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to smash that like button if you did. Subscribe if you're new. Make sure to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. Yeah, that's the other one. Down below, all linked down below. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.